Pero mo kung healthcare assistant ka dito, pero nurse ka sa Philippines, pwede ka naman maging nurse dito pero pinili mo yung healthcare assistant pathway, you will lose around 10,000 euros. So, nasa 650,000 pesos per year. Or, sa higher end is 20,000 euros. So, nasa 1.3 million per year. So, yun yung mawawala sa'yo kung hindi mo ipupursue yung pagka-nurse mo dito. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Marami sa inyo ang nagsasabi sa akin na gumawa ng videos about certain topics regarding life dito sa Ireland or job application sa Ireland. Pero nga, because shooting a video and then editing a video takes time, hindi ko masyadong nagagawa yung mga request nyo. So, naisip ko na gumawa ng mga videos na unedited kagaya nito where I will just answer all your questions in the form of a video. For today's vlog, ang pag-usapan natin guys is okay bang mag-healthcare assistant muna kung ikaw ay registered nurse sa Philippines or sa Middle East at pupunta dito para maging healthcare assistant. So kung nurse ka sa Philippines or sa Middle East, maramang may nagsabi na sa'yo or may nakapagsabi na siguro sa'yo na mag-healthcare assistant ka muna sa Ireland para mas mabilis kang makapasok ng bansa. Bago tayo magsimula guys, gusto ko lang sabihin sa inyo na baka may mga bagay na hindi masabi ng recruiter nyo or ng agency na ina-applyan nyo regarding this matter. So please watch until the end para naman magkaroon kayo ng mas maraming insights regarding sa pag-apply as healthcare assistant if you're a nurse from the Philippines. First bro, kapag pinili mo tong pathway na to is ang low entry barrier. Kung nurse route yung papasukan mo no guys, kailangan mo pang mag-English exam, kailangan pang mag-IELTS or OET, Nursing Midwifery Board of Ireland registration. And also pagdating mo sa Ireland, kailangan mo mag-compensation measures. It's either adaptation training or para siyang on-the-job training with a preceptor for 6 to 12 weeks or kailangan mo mag-take ng RCSI aptitude exam, which is like a theory test and also a practical test, return demo, parang ganon. Kung papasok ka dito as a healthcare assistant, low entry barrier kasi hindi mo na kailangan mag-apply for NMBI registration or because hindi ka mag-aasikaso ng NMBI, you wouldn't need an English exam. So, hindi ka na mag-IELTS, hindi ka na mag-OET. Nandun yung hindi mo na kailangan, kung nahirapan ka mag-IELTS or OET, hindi mo na kailangan pag-ulit-ulit mag-exam para lang makapag-register sa NMBI. So kung healthcare assistant ka, all you need is your clinical experience as a nurse in the Philippines or in the Middle East and also your license sa Philippines. Yung nagpapatunay na tayo ay registered nurses sa Philippines. So, low entry barrier, meaning mas mabilis kang makakapunta sa Ireland kasi nga wala kang masyadong aasikasuhin, walang masyadong requirements. So, ang pro number 2 naman is nasa Ireland ka na. So, ang pinakamalagang bagay is nandito ka na sa Ireland. So, kahit healthcare assistant ka dito is you're physically here. So, mas madali na para sa yung asikasuhin yung mga bagay-bagay kasi nandito na yung NMBI. Pwede ka na dito mag-apply for OET or IELTS exam. Mas okay na rin kasi mas maging confident ka na dahil working as a healthcare assistant, makakasalamuha mo na yung mga Irish people, ma-aware ka na sa healthcare system ng Ireland, and all of those things. So, the next step will be a little bit easier compared kung aasikasuhin mo to from the Philippines or from the Middle East. Pro number 3 is nakapag nagtatayo ka na ng network while you're working as a healthcare assistant is nakikilala mo na yung mga nursing managers mo, nursing directors, and marami ka ng network ba. May mga healthcare assistants kasi dito na nagwo-work na meron ng trust sa kanila yung facility or yung institution or yung mga managers. Some of the people that you will work with, that you will meet, pwede nang tumulong sa'yo kasi kilala ka na nila bilang staff, di ba? Healthcare assistant, staff ka rin naman. Kung efficient ka magtrabaho, kung magustuhan ka nila, alam na nila kung paano ka magtrabaho and pwede ka nilang tulungan sa susunod na mga steps na dapat mong gawin. Number 4 na pro, kapag pinili mo tong healthcare assistant pathway para makapasok sa Ireland and then eventually maging nurse is kapag nandito ka na, you're working as a healthcare assistant is you're also earning euros na din. So, kumikita ka na dito sa abroad. At the same time, nagpre-prepare ka na rin para sa registration mo sa NMBI para maging nurse. Nagre-review ka na rin dito. At least meron kang pantustos sa mga requirements and sa mga exams na dapat mong i-take para maging nurse ka. Kasi marami sa ating mga Filipinos o mga kababayan na hindi ma-afford na mag-stop sa work para lang mag-review ng English exam or para lang mag-asikaso ng mga requirements. Kailangan talaga natin ng continuous work, most of us. Maganda rin yung healthcare assistant pathway kasi hindi matitigil yung pagtatrabaho mo and also makakapagpadala ka ng pera sa Philippines dahil nga you're working already. Okay guys, ngayon naman pag-usapan natin yung mga cons, yung mga negative kapag ito yung pinili yung pathway. Number one, syempre is yung salary. Kung compare yung salary ng nurses dito at ang salary ng healthcare assistant, malaki talaga yung difference. Mukha siyang di malaki kapag yung per hour yung pinag-uusapan. Kasi ayon sa na-research ko nga guys dito sa isang article based sa isang union dito, ang sweldo ng healthcare assistant per hour kung magtatrabaho kayo sa public service, which is yung HSE, yung government hospitals or government institutions, ang starting usually is nasa 16.92 euros per hour and then tumataas siya sa 21.39 per hour kapag na-reach na yung top incremental pay scale or kung na-reach na yung pinaka-top ng scale ng healthcare assistant. And then sa private naman, nagsa-start sa minimum wage which is 12.70 euro per hour. It depends guys depends sa institution, it depends kung public or private company. So iba-iba talaga. Pero ito lang yung average na nakita ko. So 16.92 kapag sa government, pag sa starting ng HCA, and then sa pag-private naman, 12.70 euros per hour. Whereas kung salary ng nurses naman pinag-uusapan guys, ang average staff nurse approximately is 29.37 euros per hour. And then kapag agency nurse ka naman, it can range between 30 euros and 50 euros per hour, sometimes higher, depende kung anong specialization. Some specialty roles, for example, A&E nurses, sometimes can go up to 54.91 euro per hour as per healthcarejobs.ie. Yung rate na to guys will depend upon the specialty of the nurse and also yung seniority. Kung yung matagal na yung years of experience niya, mas malaki talaga yung salary. So dito kasi based on experience yung salary. So as you gain more experience, mas tumataas yung sweldo mo as a nurse or even as a healthcare assistant. Mas malaki lang talaga yung pay scale ng nurses. Kung pag-usapan naman natin ang average annual salary, ang nurses ay nasa 44,000 to 55,000 euros per year, while the average of healthcare assistants naman is roughly around 30,000 to 38,000 euros per year. So ang difference nun per year is around 10,000 to over 20,000 per year depending on experience or depending if public or private employment and allowances according to healthcarejobs.ie yan guys. Pero mo kung healthcare assistant ka dito pero nurse ka sa Philippines, pwede ka naman maging nurse dito pero pinili mo yung healthcare assistant pathway, you will lose parang around 10,000 euros, so nasa 650,000 pesos per year, or sa higher end is 20,000 euros, so nasa 1.3 million per year. So yun yung mawawala sa'yo kung hindi mo ipupursue yung pagka-nurse mo dito kapalit ng pagiging healthcare assistant. Okay guys, ang con number 2 naman is that hindi mo pa rin matatakasan ang pag-take ng OET or IELTS, in short yung English exam, and also yung aptitude exam or yung adaptation program. Kailangan mo pa rin siyang gawin eventually. Ang HCA route ay hindi shortcut sa registration. Ito lang ay isang parang delay. You're delaying yung mga requirements para makapag-apply as a nurse. Yun. Con number 3 guys ay ang visa at ang work permit. So guys, kailangan natin pag-usapan yung visa at work permit. Nung pupunta kami dito, hindi namin alam yung mga differences sa visa and work permit. Nalaman ko na lang yung pagdating ko dito. I have no idea kung ano yung mga pagkakaiba-iba ng visa and work permit and what it entails with regards to citizenship application. Pero kapag pumunta ka dito as a nurse, as a registered nurse, meron ka ng NMBI and all of those things, you will have critical skills employment permit. So, ibig sabihin lamang nun ay after 2 years or after 21 months of working as a nurse here, pwede ka na mag-apply ng stamp for visa. So, ang stamp for guys, babasahin ko sa inyo. Ang stamp for po ay hindi permanent residency, but it is a long-term renewable residency permission that allows you to live and work without an employment permit. So, meaning hindi na nakatali yung visa nyo sa employer nyo. So, pwede na kayong magpalipat-lipat ng jobs. Kung gusto nyo, meron ka ng freedom, mas meron ka ng flexibility. And also, kapag stamp 4 ka na, pwede ka na mag-apply for 2 jobs. For example, pwede ako mag-work sa government hospital while working as an agency nurse. Parang ganun. To have, parang more income. Whereas kung general work permit ka guys, before you can apply for stamp for visa or tong long-term residency na to, kailangan mong munang mag-work in Ireland for 57 months or almost 5 years. So, bago ka makapag-apply for stamp for, please bear in mind na hindi po ako legal advisor. For legal matters, pwede kayong pumunta sa citizensinformation.ie or irishimmigration.ie. So doon niyo po makikita yung mga information regarding visas and permits and all of these things. Sinasabi ko lang po yung in general terms. So gusto ko lang sabihin sa inyo yung mga bagay na yun kasi yun yung usually hindi naman i-reiterate sa inyo ng mga agencies or mga recruiters kung ano-ano yung differences noon at kung ano-ano yung implications noon with regards to pag-apply for citizenship or pag-apply for permanent residency and all of those things. So kailangan nyo lang malaman na merong difference between pagpasok nyo rito as a healthcare assistant or pag pumasok kayo dito as a registered nurse. Con number 4 naman guys is ang mental and emotional effect ng pagda-downgrade from a registered nurse to an HCA. Hindi ko naman sinasabing downgrade na downgrade position yung HCA, no? Pero syempre, if you're working as a nurse for many years and even abroad na rin, for example, nasa Middle East ka na and you've been working like in a specialized area and marami ka na talaga experience, what would you feel na pumunta dito sa Ireland and ginagawa mo yung trabaho ng isang nursing attendant or ng caregiver? Syempre, di ba parang meron din siyang emotional toll, meron din siyang effects sa mental health mo na parang you should be doing the registered nurses work and jobs pero hindi mo nga magawa. Wala kang pwedeng gawin kasi you don't have the registration or the PIN, kumbaga yung lisensya to do it here. So, para sa iba, okay lang yun. Para sa may mga tao na ma-accept na parang okay lang yan kasi parang ginagawa ko naman to earn money while preparing for my pagiging nurse dito or while transitioning sa pagiging nurse. And for some people, mas okay lang, hindi sila affected. Pero meron ako mga kilala na hindi naman naapektuhan mental health nila kasi parang mas less yung responsibility, mas pabor din sa kanila and mas okay sa kanila na hindi nagte-take ng malaking responsibility. So, mas chill lang yung work nila na ganito. So, iba-ibang personality ng tao, iba-iba yung pag-handle nila ng sitwasyon. Kailangan nyo lang isipin muna na okay ba sa inyo na trabahuhin yung trabaho ng nursing attendant or ng healthcare assistant, even na marami na experience as a nurse. So, kung okay lang sa inyo yun, then well and good. Pero kung hindi, and it might affect your mental health, then this is something that you have to really think about to look after your overall health and syempre yung mental health na rin na parang dapat meron kayong peace and happiness sa utak nyo and sa puso nyo na parang you love what you're doing and it doesn't really affect you in a bad way. Yun, kailangan nyo i-evaluate yung mga bagay na yun bago nyo syempre tanggapin yung post or yung offer na maging healthcare assistant dito. Con number 5 guys is walang guarantee na ma-upgrade ka agad from HCA to a registered nurse kapag napasa mo na yung aptitude exam or kapag registered ka na sa NMBI. Hindi siya automatic na magta-transition ka na sa pagiging nurse. Sometimes you have to wait a long time kasi ang NMBI kasi meron silang sariling timeline for processing registration. So minsan napapatagal. And sometimes, even with your own employers, hindi sila automatic na mag-offer ng, sige, sponsor ka namin to become a registered nurse. May mga employers na nag-sponsor, alam ko, at meron ding mga hindi. So, in short guys, kailangan mo pa rin makipagkompetensya sa mga other nurses na nag-work na sa, sa ibang lugar as nurses. So, kailangan mo pa rin umattend ng interviews and all of those things. So, hindi pa rin natatapos yung struggle na kailangan mong pagdaanan. So, yun yung isa rin sa mga con kasi it's still a competition and kailangan mo pa rin mag-perform at magpakitang gilas and mag-attend ng interviews and all of those things. So, pag sunerte ka na kukunin ka na ng employer mo, i-absorb ka na ng institution mo from HCA to a nurse, kung tutulungan ka nila, then well and good. Pero kung hindi, it's still a struggle, kumbaga one of the things na kailangan mong pagdaanan pero hindi naman imposible na ma-overcome. So, yun naman yung kagandahan doon. There's always, a silver lining. Ngayon guys, kung tatanungin niyo ako kung ako yung nasa sitwasyon niyo, ano ba yung gagawin ko, tatanggapin ko pa yung job offer na maging healthcare assistant muna para makapasok agad sa Ireland or mag-nurse na lang, mag-intay na lang para maging nurse. Kung talagang may iraraos mo naman yung English exam, kung meron kang means to do that, money and time, and go for it. If you have the luxury of time and money, kumbaga, meron kayong mga option is that antayin nyo na maging registered kayo sa NMBI and makapag-apply kayo dito as a nurse. Kasi pagdating dito is that kung nurse kayo is mas malinaw na yung pathway nyo to citizenship. And then, mas mabilis kayo magiging stamp 4 or yung long-term residency. And immediately or after a few months, pwede nyo na makuha yung family nyo through the family reunification process. Also, mas magiging happy kayo with your salary. Siyempre dito sa Ireland, napakataas ng cost of living and kailangan nyo talagang ng mas malaking sweldo para mas maging maayos yung life nyo dito. Siyempre, magbabayad kayo ng rent and all of those things. Magpapadala kayo sa Philippines. Kung meron kayong family, kailangan supportan yung family nyo, yung anak mo or whatever. So, maraming mga bagay. Whereas kung healthcare assistant pathway yung tatanggapin mo, I'm not saying na hindi to magandang option. And I'm also not saying na kasalanan to or something like that or mababang trabaho to. Hindi ko yung sinasabi. But I'm just saying na kung registered nurse ka naman sa Philippines or sa ibang bansa, might as well na asikasuhin mo na yung pagiging registered nurse dito sa Ireland. On the other hand, kung meron ka naman talagang malaking pangangailangan para makapag-abroad, para makapag-earn ng mas malaki compared to what you're earning now, wherever you are sa Philippines, for example, and wala ka ng luxury of time and money to apply for English exam and sa tingin mo nervyoso ka sa mga exams like aptitude test and all of these things na nasistress ka na and you really need the money. Healthcare assistant is a good option para mas papabilis yung pagpunta mo dito sa Ireland without, accomplishing all those things na kailangan para maging registered nurse. So, mas mabilis ka makapunta dito, mas mabilis ka makaka-earn ng euros, kumbaga at least kahit 16 to 18 euros per hour, it's still a good amount of money if you will be parang living frugally here kung magtitipid ka and all of those things. Talaga malaking bagay pa rin yun. At the same time, kung nandito ka na, while you're earning, inaasikaso mo na rin yung pagiging nurse mo. Dapat meron kang plano na while I'm there, meron akong timeline kung kailan ako mag-English exam, kung kailan ako mag-register for NMBI. Meron ka na dapat plano na ito yung gagawin ko. Hindi lang nakafocus ka na sa pagiging HCA kung gusto mo pa rin maging nurse, di ba? Pero kung gusto mo namang stay sa pagiging HCA, then why not? Kung yun ang gusto mo, di ba? Pero kung sa akin lang, mas maganda talaga na diretsuhin mo na papunta dito as a nurse kung meron ka namang means. So yun guys, yun ang aking honest answer. Sana makatulong sa pagdidesisyon nyo or sa decision making nyo. And kung meron pa kayong mga katanungan, just comment down in the comment section below and share nyo to sa mga nagbabalak pumunta dito sa Ireland. And also guys, gusto ko na i-share yung ebook na ginawa ko. It's a comprehensive guide to relocate in Ireland as a nurse ngayong 2026. If you wanna skip the research and straight to the facts, nandun lahat yung kailangan nyo malaman para makapag-relocate dito sa Ireland bilang nurse from the Philippines or even sa Middle East. So I'll put the ebook guide link below. You can check it out. Salamat guys sa panonood. And kung nasa abroad ka man ngayon, please know that you're not alone. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!